Hello everybody, welcome back to Come Follow Me 2020, and my name is Antonella Funk, and I'm here today to share some of the things and some tips so you can study the Come Follow Me manual. And this week we are going to review and see some of the things of Jacob chapter 5 through 7, and of course there is the allegory over there that it's very interesting and great. So first of all, I just want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of these videos, and please comment below some of the questions that you have or some of the things that you learned as you study, and please be part of this wonderful study with me together. I just love to interact with you and to learn some of the things that you have learned. So anyway, first of all, I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about allegory and what does that mean. So allegory is some kind of a story or a poem or a vision or a picture or something that describes something and that can be interpreted, and that reveals some hidden truth and some things that are hidden over there. So there you go, that there's Jacob here that is talking to, sometimes this can be hard to go through Jacob 5 because it's so long and there's so many things that seems a little bit similar and familiar, but they have different meanings. So it can be a little intimidating as you go to chapter 5 of Jacob and you see all those many verses to read, and it can be a little bit of a challenge. But the manual actually did a great job in dividing, and I encourage you to go ahead and study with this, just so you can see all the different things and all it is breaking down for you, and how all the verses breaking down and how and what the meanings and what's talking about over there. So that's what I'm pretty much gonna do. I really liked that the manual really broke it down, and there is 4 different visits of the Savior and his and different times that he talks about some of the things that he does, and with his servants as well. So it really breaks it down, and I just love it. I just love the visual. I love the visual that you can actually see what's going on, and see how it's actually for us today, and what the event on the past, and also where we are at today. So today we are right now at the 4th visit. And we are now the restoration of the gospel and how is it spread to the world. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about all the 4 different visits, and I encourage you to study those, because yes, I can share some of the things that I've learned, but the things that I'm realizing over and over is that we need to do our part, that we need to study, and we need to read, and we need to do the things that can help us, because yes, I can help you understand a little bit, but at the end of the day, the things that I learned, they're mine, and I can't give everything back to you. So you have to do your own part. So the first visit, it starts in verse 3 through 15, and in this visit, God sees the apostasy of ancient Israel. So it talks about when you read all the whole Testament, and how they went through, and then at the end they were all Babylon, came over, and the people, they were actually scattered everywhere. So it talks about the scattering of Israel. So, and it talks about also how he sent prophets to cry repentance and they didn't listen. So the Lord just allowed the wicked to be destroyed and to be taken away. So when you see the olive tree that being all the branches that craft the Gentiles in, and then they're actually taken in different places, that's the scattering of Israel. And then a few righteous branches of Israel are scattered around the world, and that's also about a Lehi family. So that's really interesting to see that how, and there is some others that we don't know. In the book, I really like in the book there is 4 different branches that I really like this. I'm going to show you. So there's different little branches that he taken off from the main tree after he crafted the Gentiles with it. And then he plants them in different places. And one of them, obviously, is Lehi family, but some others that we might not know yet where they are or where specifically they are. So anyway, so that's the first part. And then the second visit, it's from verse 15 through 28. And at this time is actually when Christ himself comes in Jerusalem, and he's over there and he preached the gospel, and the priestess is on the earth, and everybody is actually producing great fruit. All the different branches, all the one that he took it away. And we know that Jesus Christ was actually, he went in the American continent and saw those people over there too, over here, and taught them. So all of the branches got that powerful testimony that Jesus came and established his church and had the gospel, the whole gospel on their hands, and they were be able to produce great fruit for a long time. So all of the branches, they produce great fruit, and the priesthood was on the earth, everything was on the earth, and Jesus Christ was on the earth as well for a time. And then for a little bit, that knowledge and all that things stayed, and all the branches produced great fruit. So everybody was really good and started to really produce good fruit. Then something happened, and that's the great apostasy. So the third visit, it talks about the great apostasy, when everything, the dark ages, how after the Savior went back and he left us for a little while, then we just kind of like forgot about the things that he taught us, and slowly the branches and the fruit started to get bad again. So, and it starts from verse 29 through 49. And so, and then it says over here also, as you read, that all the fruit become corrupted. So what does he do? Then he, of course, he takes the priesthood off of the earth. But it's interesting that all of the fruit becomes corrupt, including the natural branches that were scattered. So all of the fruit become corrupted. And you can see also with the story of the Lamanites, the yes, after Jesus Christ was here, after 4 generations, everybody got in a place and they were all destroyed, and the gospel really wasn't there anymore, and everybody was really wicked, and their hearts were not in a good place, and the fruit were all corrupted. So he still doesn't want to, the Lord, it talks about over here that the Lord still wants to work with his vineyard, and he wants to work with his vineyard, with his branches and with the olive tree, and wanted to really still take care of it and try again, and don't just give up on them. And it wants to make possible something great for them to come back. So, and that's the 4th visit. So he doesn't give up on us. He never give up on us. Remember that. He never give up on us. So from verse 50 through 75. And that's about like, that's the restoration of the gospel. And that's where we are now. So the Lord is actually start again his process to gathering us again and see what fruit we can bring. So the scattered Israel is gathered, and that's how it's happening as we join the church, as we going back and join the church, as the gospel is spread, and so the gospel is taken to all the world, and as righteous increases, the wicked are destroyed until no wickedness remains. I thought that was really interesting, until the second coming, and then he really gonna start the millennium, and then he's gonna make this earth gonna make a new earth where we're at. But this is really our days, and so I encourage you to read it a little bit better. But it talks about us, how as we are living the gospel, and how we are going out and share the things that we know for other people, even through this media, that we can go out and do those things. And I think I was a little bit inspired by start doing these videos, because I felt like I wanted to still share the gospel and I couldn't as much. So I think the Lord was inspired some of us to do these videos, so it can help to spread the gospel. And even if we are home, and even if we can go out, and we're seeing missionaries coming right now because of the virus, but the gospel is still there, and we're still doing our part in different ways. So I encourage you to share this video with your friends if you can, and if you think it will help them to get closer and to try to understand where they are in their lives, and how can they be crafted back into the branches, the natural tree, and be part of this great work that the Lord has in store for us. Okay, and then after that, the last little bit, it's just verse 76 through 77. It just talks about the millennium, and how after the wicked is going to be separated, and the righteous will stay at the beginning of the millennium. Then at the last little bit, it says righteous prevails when evil again enters the world. So it talks about a little bit just at the end, very end, and the wicked enter the world again, and God will separate the righteous from the wicked one last time, and then He will cleanse the earth by fire. And I think that is amazing, how Jacob was able to pretty much show the story of all Israel by this allegory. And I know that the gospel is true, and I'm so grateful to be part of it, and to be part of that little branch, little part, be crafted back in, and be called one of His children. I love my Savior, and I love each one of you, and I hope this can help you a little bit to have the desire to learn a little bit more, and to be strong, and to keep going. And I'll just leave you my testimony, and I hope you have a great day, and share with your friends if you can. And I just talk to you later. See ya. Bye-bye.